Hey, you want some planes? We've got some planes on the way. We're hanging out today at the National Museum of World War II Aviation. Coming up, this facility you do not want to miss.
Well, the National Museum of World War II Aviation will open in late October, providing unique educational experiences.
This morning, Craig Coffey there with more on their mission to preserve and strengthen traditions of the past while inspiring new generations for the future.
Good morning, guys. Thanks a lot. Let's get right to it. This is Bill Clares right now, president of this amazing museum, and this is awesome. This is a great facility you have right now. From what we've seen so far early on, this is still kind of a sneak peek, right?
That's right.
Okay, so tell us, why the Springs? Why are we doing this here?
Well, you know, it's the community that is around here. You've got, you know, the academy, you've got all of the different companies, the businesses. If you take a look at the military, it's fully represented here.
What's the mission of this museum?
Well, the mission, the total experience of the museum is truly educational. Right now, what you're seeing is phase 1. We have phase 2, which is in place, but phase 3 is going to be built as a state-of-the-art, unique, very different kind of educational experience.
Okay, so classes can come here. I'm sure they will. Schools. We're talking science, technology, engineering, mathematics. They can use those applications here.
Well, we actually are trying to teach history through STEM.
Okay.
So the teachers will come out and are going to be trained by, you know, the individuals out here. We have a whole educational advisory group put up with Gary Coulter. Dr. Gary Coulter is our head. And what they're going to be able to do is come out and then be able to go back and teach the kids, and then the kids will come out, and because you're in a unique experience of World War II aviation, by teaching STEM from World War II, you will also be teaching history.
Okay. Now, I know you could tell a lot about these planes. They could tell a lot of stories, but let's briefly talk about this one behind us here, this blue one. Now, this is off of an aircraft carrier, right?
That's correct. Yeah. This was an evolution in World War II. This was a Grumman TBM-3. This was actually an airplane that was flown by George Bush Sr.
Okay.
He actually crashed during World War II, was shot down,
right,
and survived. It was an evolution from the SBD into what was, you know, the evolution into the latest and greatest of TBMs, or torpedo bombers.
Okay, so that dropped torpedoes, a 3-man crew over there, right, with a gunner?
3-man crew, that's correct.
This one, real quickly here, single pilot?
Single pilot fighter. This was the mainstay fighter of World War II. A lot of people think the Mustang was, but it was really the Republic P-47. Okay. It flew as fighters, dive bombers, all kinds of different things.
This one turbocharged too, right?
Turbo supercharged.
This is kind of the sports car of aviation back in the day, right?
This got us to altitude. Yeah. A lot of airplanes couldn't get us that high, but this did.
Right?
That's correct.
Very cool. All right, we're going to have more on the way coming up. As far as Westpac goes, your company, what Westpac does to restore these aircraft, right?
That's correct.
Okay, we're talking more about that in just a while. Back to you guys.
That is so cool to see those planes up close like that.
Yeah.
Neat stuff.
Nice to take you back to history a little bit.
It does. Learn a lot about history.